Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a challenging but potentially all levels arm balancing class. So all levels because I give instructions for every stage of the practice. So you could stop here, you could stop here, you could stop here. And a bit more advanced because it's like you could take this to flying pigeon, ekapada kouydinyasanan, crow pose. There's lots of places you can go with it. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section below. This class was actually designed for one of my very regular viewers who wanted to practice more ekapada kouydinyasanan. So I hope that this helps. Let me know if it does. It breaks it down a little bit more, and hopefully if you practice this a bunch, you'll build up the there's a cat in the field behind me trying to kill a lizard. Hopefully you'll build up the strength to be able to achieve that pose a little bit easier. We are going to get started today in a plank pose. Starting in your high plank pose, engage through the legs, press energy out through the heels, reach out through the crown of the head, engage the lower belly, engage the quads, and then think of pulling the heels of the hands towards the toes and the toes towards the heels of the hands. Release the space between your ears and your shoulders and take 3 more slow deep breaths. Keep your pelvis as even as you can. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your right leg to float without dropping the right side of your pelvis. Take an inhale here. Without shortening your waist, as you exhale, you're going to draw your right knee up towards your right armpit. So higher than your elbow if you can. It does not have to touch your arm. So I would rather, like me, I'm kind of like halfway there, but you're keeping the length through both sides of your waist. Engage your hip flexor, engage your obliques, take 1 more breath. And then on your exhale, you can shorten a little bit through the waist, shift forward on the toes and see if you can tap the elbow. And then inhale, bring it all the way back to your plank pose. Inhale in your plank, even off through the pelvis. And then as you exhale, float the left leg. Without changing anything, take an inhale. And then on your next exhale, don't shorten the waist, just draw the knee up towards the elbow. So, up towards the armpit. So we're working external rotation in the hip. We're working the glutes. We're working the hip flexors. Shoulders are working. Abs are working. Everything's working. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, shift forward a little bit. You can shorten through the waist to tap the elbow and then send it back. Plank. Shift all the way back. Downward facing dog. On your inhale, both elbows face towards the back of the mat as you tap them down towards the mat as if you're coming into dolphin. And then as you exhale, press evenly through the hands, lift the elbows. Inhale, come down into your dolphin. Exhale, press up into your dog. Take 4 more here. Working your triceps, the back of the arms, really important in arm balances. From here, you're going to shift back forward into your plank pose and then lower your knees down onto the floor. Keep a neutral spine, left hip over the left knee, bend the right knee, heel to glute. Take an inhale. As you exhale, without shifting over to the left, you're going to take the sole of the right foot to the sky. So don't let that left hip drop out to the left. It keeps above the knee. Inhale, tap the right foot down. Exhale, donkey kick from the glute and the hamstring. Inhale, bring it down. 6 more here. One more. Hold it up there. As you inhale, extend the right leg, extend the left knee. As you exhale, keep even through the shoulders and the hips. You're going to cactus the left arm as you curl the right heel to the glute. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, curl in. We're going to do 3 more of these. Inhale, come into your spinal balance, and then exhale, set it down. Take it to the other side. Bend the left knee, right hip over right knee. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale from the glute and the hamstring, sole of the left foot to the sky. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, tap it down. 6 more here. You're going to hold it up there. Take an inhale. Extend the left leg, the right arm. Even off through the torso. As you exhale, curl the heel, cactus the arm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. We've got 3 more. Inhale it out. Exhale it in. You could stay in tabletop for this next bit or tuck under the toes, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lift the knees to hover. We're coming into fire hydrants. So you're going to keep the right leg as it is. You're just going to lift it off the floor. So take an inhale. As you exhale, the foot comes to hover. You're going to take it out to the side. So keep the bend in the knee and keep the knee and the foot in line. Inhale, bring it in. We're going to switch sides. Exhale. External rotation, abduction through that left hip. Inhale, bring it in. So what I'm not doing is I'm not opening my torso to the side. So the bear pose is really good for that because you're keeping on going from side to side. Because if you open up to one side in your bear pose, you're going to fall over. So the hovering of the other knee actually really allows you to see what range of movement you have in your hip. And it might not be a lot, and that's okay. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Bring it back to your bear pose. Everybody downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into your plank pose. Drop the knees if you need to. As you exhale, we're coming down to chaturanga and you're going to hold. So just like plank, you're really strong through the legs. The shoulders are away from the ears. The elbows are pinning into the body, but they're not underneath you. Once again, we're working our triceps. Really important in arm balances. 3 more breaths. Press the floor away. Come all the way back up to plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat. Slow little baby steps of the feet all the way up to the backs of the wrists. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees, drop the tail, ragdoll yourself all the way to stand. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Option for a second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, dog. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. One more round. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. From your downward dog, inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, shift forward. See if you can bring that right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, once again, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, take it back. We've got three more. See if you can tap that knee a little higher each time. It should be more accessible doing it this way than from plank pose. We're going to hold this last one. As you inhale, you're going to shift the knee down to the wrist. Exhale, pull it back up to the elbow. Inhale, shift it to the wrist. Exhale, above the elbow. Inhale it down. Three more. Hold it up there. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lizard pose. You could stay here up on the fingertips. You could come down onto the forearms. You can turn your right toes out a little bit if you need to, but wherever you are, I want you to keep the whole sole of the foot on the ground. Your back knee could be up or down. You can shift backwards and forwards. Take a couple of deep breaths here. From here, we're going to make our way to a forearm plank. So if you can't get your forearms to the ground here, you're going to come back into plank and then make your way to a forearm plank. Otherwise, from your forearms, you're just going to step that right foot all the way back to the back of the mat. Once you're in your forearm plank, take an inhale. As you exhale, without shortening the waist, see how far you can draw that right knee to the elbow. Inhale, float it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, float it back. Three more. Try and do it from the leg without shortening the waist. And drop your knee if your left quad is on fire. Come back to your forearm plank. Walk yourself all the way up into your dolphin pose. We're going to take some dolphin push-ups. Again, super important upper body strength for your arm balances. As you inhale, you're going to shift forward. See if you can tap your nose in between or beyond your thumbs. And then exhale, press back. Inhale, shift forward. Only come as low as you can control. Exhale it back. When you do 8 more, you might have to keep readjusting your elbows under your shoulders. From your dolphin pose, press into the hands, lift the elbows, downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep the left leg up. As you exhale, shift forward, get that left knee as close to the armpit as you can. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, take it back. 3 more. This time you're going to hold, glue that knee to the arm. Inhale, slide it to the wrist. Exhale, slide it above the elbow. 4 more. Hold it, and then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Come into your lizard lunge, whatever that looks like for you, knowing it might be a little bit different to the other side. Once again, we're coming into a forearm plank, so make your way there however you need to, either from a plank or straight from your lizard. Take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can get that left knee to the left upper arm without crunching the waist. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, take it back. Keep that left leg floating if you can. We've got 3 more. And then from your forearm plank, once again, walk yourself into your dolphin pose. We're going to take leg lifts. So keep your upper body in dolphin. Bend your knees as much as you need to neutralize your spine. On your next exhale, right toes face down as you lift that leg straight up to the sky. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left toes face down, neutral hip, lift the leg. Inhale, set it down. If dolphin is too much here, you can certainly do these from your downward facing dog as well. I want you to feel your glute and your hamstring working here. Try not to twist through your pelvis. You've got 3 more on each side. From your dolphin pose, press down through the hands. Make your way back up into your downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat, step, walk, or float to malasana. Feet to the outsides of the hands. Bring your hands out in front of you. So I want you to be able to do this pose without just wedging your elbows into your knees. If you need support, please feel free to take your hands down. If you need an extra wedge underneath your heels, then feel free to roll up a towel. But I want you to really actively work your glutes so that your knees are facing in line with your toes. And then you're trying to lengthen through your spine. I'm a terrible example of that because I have the shittest posture in the world. But do as I say and not as I do. Oh, I forgot to hang up my laundry. Take one more breath here. You could continue to hang out here. Otherwise, Bakasana crow pose. You're going to bring the inner edges of your feet together. Keep your knees nice and wide. Grab your anti-slip apparatus if you need to. You're going to make yourself into a tiny ball. So bring your upper arms on the inside of your knees and then hug your knees like crazy glue into the arms. So you could stay here. This is really, really active. So your inner thighs are on fire. It's like you're trying to crush a watermelon between your knees. You could hang out here. Otherwise, you're going to keep this tiny little ball, raise up onto the toes, start to shift forward, press weight into the hands, and maybe one or both feet lift. My palms are not completely flat here. I'm kind of almost gripping at the mat as if I'm trying to like ball up my mat and press it away. Use your triceps to press the floor away. Try and straighten your arms. And then you're using your glutes because you're thinking about extension of the legs, lifting your butt up, your legs up away from the floor. And then from here, you can step, walk, or float your way through chaturanga, and then make your way back to downward dog. Look to the top of the mat, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Option to throw in a crow pose here. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, make your way through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, step it to the outside of the right hand. Inhale, come up onto fingertips. And then as you exhale, you're going to snuggle your right shoulder underneath your right knee. Just like we did in crow pose, think of hugging the inner right knee into the upper right shoulder. You could stay here. Otherwise, you can start to float the hands off to the side, or you can go for a bind, reaching the right hand around the back of the right hip and the left hand comes behind the back. Keep reaching energy out through the crown of the head. Keep squeezing the inner thigh in towards the shoulder. Slow release. Heel toe the foot to the middle of the mat. We're coming up to warrior two. Drop the back foot, arch in line with the front heel, and then cartwheel yourself all the way up into your warrior two. Once again, it's the same thing. You're engaging that outer hip. Knee is tracking in line with that second and third toe. You're growing really long out of the torso. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, that right hand is going to come to the inside. Oof, my legs are tired today. Your right hand is going to come to the inside of the right leg. You could stay here, or left hand can come behind for a half bind. Right hand could come under and reach for the full bind, as long as you're not collapsing in through your chest. Ooh. This pose is just like pressing on a trigger point. That's giving me like crazy pain down my leg. Take one more breath here. Keep the warrior legs. Inhale, release the bind, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Option to keep the right leg floating. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step it to the outside of the left hand. Option to stay here in your lizard. Otherwise, you're going to come down, snuggle that left shoulder underneath the left leg. Squeeze the knee in towards the shoulder. Option to stay here. Otherwise, you could float the hands like little airplane arms, or you can come towards a half bind or a full bind. Make sure that that back heel, your right heel, is still lifted. Release your hands, heel toe that foot to the center of the mat. Drop the back foot, and on your next inhale, come all the way up into your warrior two. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, come down into your side angle. Once again, option to stay, or you can wrap the right hand around for a half bind. The left hand could come under for your full bind. And you're trying to get that shoulder as far under the knee as you can. So this is like ekapada kouydinyasanan, but we're on our feet and facing the side. Keep your warrior legs. Each inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Look to the top of the mat, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Keep your chair. As you exhale, pick up your right leg, cross it over the bottom of your left thigh. Woo. Ekapada Agni Stambhasana, figure 4, funky chair. Lots of names for this pose. Both hips go back evenly. Hands can come to the heart. You could hook your elbows over your shin. You could stay here, or if you wanted to come to Ekapada Galavasana, flying pigeon, you keep your figure 4, hug your, get really low towards your shin. So the back of your arms are now resting on your shin. You're going to bring your hands down to the floor like you're going to come into chaturanga. Hook your right toes around the back of your right arm. Shift weight into the hands. Press the floor away, and then squeeze your left hamstring like we did in that bird dog at the start, so that your left heel comes in towards the glute. Maybe you stay there. Otherwise, engage your glutes to see if you can extend that left leg back behind you. Keep lifting everything away from the floor. Slowly bring it back in. We're all going to return to our figure 4 chair. Take an inhale here. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale in your chair. As you exhale, left ankle crosses over the bottom of the right leg. Take a couple of breaths and hang out in your figure 4. And then if you want to move on, coming to ekapada agni stambhasana, your arms are going to snuggle in front of your shin. Plant your hands shoulder distance apart. This time the left toes will hook around the back of the right tricep. Hug the triceps in towards each other. Shift the weight forward. Press the floor away from you. Pick the right heel up. Squeeze the heel into the glute. And then think of lifting the leg away from the floor. So engage the whole back of your leg. Your lower back's working a bit. Breathe deep. Slowly bring that right foot in, and then shift your weight all the way back into your figure 4. Release that left leg, inhale, chair pose, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Take a nice deep inhale here. Big open mouth exhale. We're going to work our way toward ekapada kouydinyasanan. I told my husband that I would keep this class to 30 minutes, so we're going to do it. Inhale, sweep that right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, the first time we do this, we're going to step our right foot to the outside of our right hand, coming back into our lizard. You can stop anywhere along the path here. Your first step is to snuggle that right shoulder as far underneath your right leg as you can, and plant the right hand to the outside of the right foot. You could drop your back knee here to start if you wanted to. You're going to start to walk that right foot forward, forward, forward as far as you can. Then start to bend into the arms like chaturanga arms. Hug them into the body. See if you can lift your right foot, and then shift your weight forward a little bit like a seesaw, and see if you can lift that left foot. And it might be tap, 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 tap. You could have your back knee down here and just be doing like a half little version, or working between tapping your knee and lifting it with your back toes down. Could look like any of those. You're going to set that left foot down. Inhale, sweep the right leg back up. And then as you exhale, you're going to step it all the way forward. Oops, that's my towel. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up to warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten the front leg. And then as you exhale, vinyasa. Second side. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step it to the outside of the left hand. Stop anywhere along the path. Drop the back knee if you need to. You're going to snuggle the left shoulder underneath the left knee. Plant the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Start to shift yourself forward and start to bend into the elbows a little bit. Walk that left foot forward and out, forward and out, forward and out. Bend more into the elbows. See if you can lift the left foot, it's quads. See if you can lift the right foot, that's your glutes. Glutes and lower back. And then slowly bring that right foot down. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. And then exhale, step it to the top of the mat. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. All right. You could play around with repeating what we just did, or we're going to come into ekapada kouydinyasanan as we would if we were in the flow. So you inhale, sweep your right leg up. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right knee above your right elbow, so the back of the leg is going to meet the back of the arm. Shift forward, 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 and then start to straighten the leg as you lift the back leg. Straighten the front leg as you lift the back leg. Left foot will come down. Inhale, sweep that right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior two. This time, exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, flow through vinyasa or skip it. Last one. Inhale, sweep that left leg up. Once again, you can repeat what we did. Otherwise, as you exhale, that left knee is coming above the left elbow. If you can, get the inside edge of that left leg to the back of the left arm. Bend the elbows and then see if you can fly. Ideally, you would have your right elbow to the outside of the rib cage. I kind of cheat and use it as a prop. You know, are the yoga gods going to sue me? Probably not. Bring the right foot down. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, cartwheel flow through. Vinyasa. Step walk or float through to a seat. Inhale into your boat pose. Exhale here. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat. Just 5 more. Roll it all the way down onto your back. Straight away, bring the arms out into a capital T. Take your favorite spinal twist. You could have a bind in the legs. You could have eagle legs. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Big open mouth exhale. So it's going to be a really short cool down. So if you need to take something longer or pause this, if you want to play around with some more arm balances, please feel free to do that. When you're ready, you're going to take it to the other side. Bring it back in through center. Hug the knees into the chest. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Happy baby pose. Play around with straightening one or both legs here. And when you're ready, which you might not be, feel free to take any other poses that you need. Otherwise, you're going to curl yourself into a tiny little ball. Take a nice deep inhale and a big open mouth exhale. Let it all go. Coming into your final resting position and staying here as long as serves you. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you be calm in your thoughts, kind in your words, and generous in your heart. Namaste.